Okay, tell me what made you want to make that video first.
Oh, see, I was on TikTok. I usually didn't use TikTok because I was on Instagram. Then I used to say some crazy shit on Instagram, so they end up taking my Instagram down. So I ended up going to TikTok and eventually started going live with people. And then we'll have just like the conversations that we'll see on your show. You know what I'm saying? Typical conversation like that about this is the dynamic of the male and female relationships standpoints. So eventually, I guess they had to ask something about kids or something about how women don't have well, they do. They have many choices to I guess either abort, give up their rights for children, or adoption. Yeah, they just have so many different options. And then I told them I didn't have those options, and I have 7 kids.
There you go.
By 7 women that I.
It sounds to me like he is. It sounds to me like this guy has RP awareness. Sounds to me like he has RP awareness. He said he used to do this stuff on Instagram, but then they took that down, and so he went to TikTok. Sounds to me like he's got some Crimson Capsule awareness here.
I did not want. Wow. And so and then eventually I was talking for about I guess 7 days, and shit, I just ended up making a video about it because everybody was kept requesting me to come on TikTok lives and to talk about it. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and just put it out there and put it on wax and just make a video. And then I already knew it was gonna do like you know what I'm saying, viral in the sense of TikTok. I didn't know that shit was gonna go all across the world. You feel me?
So
this is so funny. Pearl is just, dude, she is just absolutely twisted. She's never heard this before. You guys got to understand, Pearl is extremely, well, she's not as naive as she used to be. But dude, when she first came into this space, man, she was really naive. Now, what's going on here is this is Pearl's first exposure to some nigga shit. That's what this is. Pearl has had interviews and interactions with black men. She's had interviews with black men. This dude is a real nigga. This is the first nigga that she's probably ever talked to. Real shit. Cigarman85 with the $2 super chat says, I bet more women are going to smash him now. You better believe it. You know how degenerate women are.
How old's your youngest kid?
I think 4.
4. Okay, so you haven't had a kid in 4 years.
Yeah, that's about a.
She said his youngest kid is 4. Okay, all right.
The youngest should be 4, and that woman was married.
Okay.
Wait. The youngest should be 4, and that woman was married. That woman was married, y'all. So this woman's husband is raising a child he doesn't know isn't his. His wife had another man's child unbeknownst to him.
Do you pay child support at all?
Hell no.
No, not at all.
How do you not?
You gotta know my name, and you gotta know where I live.
There it is.
You gotta know where I work.
Okay, so none of the women actually know your name.
Not at all. I just give them the name T, the same one I gave you.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I mentioned this in my opening monologue. Again, these women had unprotected sex with this dude. They don't even know his name. You had the child. You had the child of a man whose name you do not know.
Okay. Okay, so basically these girls, they were all, was it all casual? Were you dating any of them?
I mean, casual sex. It wasn't like, it wasn't like a relationship type thing. It was just, sex. That was it.
That's it.
Some were longer than other ones. Most of them was on the first day. Yeah. Most of them was probably on the first day, next day.
And did you tell them beforehand, I don't know, because in the video you made it seem like you told them, I don't want anything to do with these kids. When did that conversation come up?
After she pisses the plus sign. Nobody talks about this stuff beforehand. In the heat of the moment, you just have sex. You don't like again, like women are they're very mood conscious. If you stop and say, now, for the record, if anything happens, if you become pregnant, I don't want anything to do with the kid. No, that's not a conversation that people are having.
You know when you releasing a woman, man, like they just, and some of them was kind of accident and didn't know. So when it came up, or like, oh, Miss Period, I'm offering.
He said some of them was an accident and didn't know. Still the woman's fault. Still the woman's fault. If you knew his sausage did not have a condom on it, what are you doing having relations with him?
Abortions at that point. And if I did know, I let in them. It's a plan B. But I'm not about to sit there and hold your motherfucking hand.
There you go.
And watch you take a plan B.
There you go.
You feel me?
Yeah, you're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass woman.
So it's just like, it's just different scenarios. And this is 7 out of the 10.
Oh,
3 of them. The other 3
I forgot about this.
Got an abortion. So this is 7 out of 10.
You got 10 women pregnant. See, okay.
that he knows of, Pearl.
See, I actually sort of agreed with your video, and I sort of disagreed. Okay, I'll tell you why. So I agreed that, like, women, we have all the choice. And when you were talking about how women, they don't take accountability, you know, for giving random men their body where you don't even know their full name.
Right.
That's crazy. But, like, how do you make the same mistake 7 or 10 times? Like, did you never think out of the 10, maybe it's time to start wearing condoms? Maybe, you know.
He didn't make a mistake, Pearl. This is where I diverge with Pearl. He didn't make a mistake. He didn't nut in these. He didn't nut in these broads by mistake. But the reason why he kept doing it is because women kept letting him. God, listen, we all know women have all the choice. They have all the choice. They have all the power. But then when they get knocked up or something crazy happens, now all of a sudden they want to start passing the responsibility. Like I said, with great power comes great responsibility, y'all. But with great responsibility also comes with great power.
No, I do wear condoms.
Yeah.
I do.
He does now.
Speaking of condoms, what's crazy is, I talk about that later. I do wear condoms. I do wear condoms. It's just those 7 instances have been 7 unlucky ass instances.
It is what it is.
Did you feel like it was intentional by any of them?
Oh, no, never.
Oh, it looks like Jimmy Garoppolo signing with the Raiders.
Never. Never. Not at all. Because I wouldn't intentionally get a woman pregnant.
No, I said by them, like the women. Did you feel like any of them were intentionally trying to get pregnant? Because you always hear, like, from the women, it just happened.
I could say the ones that tried to, like, you know what I'm saying, reach out and, like, you know what I'm saying, talk about me being in the kids' life and shit like that. I feel like that was, like, you know what I'm saying, it could have been planned, it could have been intentional. I don't know. I can't think or speak for them, actually. You know what I'm saying? But I could go ahead and try to blame motherfuckers all I want to. You know what I'm saying? I just know I played a part in it. But I also know they played a part in it as well. So it's just like, I wouldn't say intentionally. It could be. It could have been. On their part.
Or their part. Yeah, no, I saw that. What has your response been to, like, the reaction the internet's had? Like, did you know they were going to react the way it did?
Shit.
Ain't nobody ever came out and said it.
Right?
Ain't nobody ever get on the internet and basically become the most famous motherfucking deadbeat. Ain't nobody ever do it. So I imagine that it will have some effect, but I didn't know it would go this far. But I think a lot of men and women resonate. When they hit me in my DMs, it's mostly women saying, I agree with you.
Wow.
It's mostly women saying, I agree with you in the DMs. And then it's other men that's trying to hold men accountable. Black men trying to hold another black man accountable, which you can't do. I have to hold myself.
Okay, so we lost Javon Hargrave, but Jason Kelsey is coming back for a 13th season. Woo, thank God.
Accountable. So it's just like the reaction is the reaction. You feel me? And the backlash, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm my own man with my own morals, with my own standards. You feel me? I'm gonna stand on my own too. So it's just like the reaction, it don't affect me at all. I still go, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I
still do the same shit. So like,
he's good.
What it is.
Well, I mean, I do think it was really. I mean, it does show, because a lot of times, like,
And guys, I'm going to open up the phone lines later. Get your opinions.
I talk to girls on my show all the time that will talk about how it just happened, and they'll kind of paint the guy as being the bad guy. But it's like, we have all of these choices.
That's right.
You know, like you were talking about abortion, Plan B. You can get on birth control, and so it's like, how do you let a guy get you pregnant that you don't even know?
There you go. There you go.
And so
I think women do bear the bulk of the responsibility, because you have to allow men to enter you. That's just like, you have to allow a man to enter you.
That's right.
And if you're gonna allow him to enter you recklessly without protection, then there's consequences.
There you
go.
go.
And yeah, I know I play a part to it, but if you're gonna give me the responsibility of being responsible for your body, then it might be consequences. That can be anything. I don't have no
real shit. Real shit. If you do grown woman things, you gotta suffer grown woman consequences.
STDs, but that could be STDs or children.
Real shit. There you go.
do they ever try to reach out to you? Like, have any of the kids ever tried to reach out to you?
I'm not. My mind's set in stone, but I guess a few days ago, one of my baby mamas had reached out to me, and I plan to bring on one of these shows. But I don't think she.
Mike Hawk asks, why is he banging Strags raw, though? He's doing this, Mike, because they allow them to. Again, listen, I understand you. Listen, if you disagree, I get it. I understand. But what you also need to understand is that a woman is responsible for her own body. She is responsible for her own body. If a man doesn't put on a condom, it is the woman's responsibility to tell him to. That's what you do. You are responsible for your body. That's it. That's the bottom line. So yeah, the reason why he's banging Strags raw is because they allow them to. The reason why 304s exist is because they allow themselves to be 304s. Black women who like to talk, well, if you weren't nutting in these broads, fair enough. But ladies, you're responsible for your own body. And just like he said, with the Plan B, I ain't finna hold your hand and watch you take that Plan B. Anyway, that I'm gonna hold your hand and be careful and be careful or responsible if you don't even know my name or where I live. Fuck it.
She want to be on camera, but she would like speak and call in or something like that. But she was one of the baby mamas that kind of understand how I think in a sense of we both was being irresponsible, right? So and she knew the consequences as well as I did after, you know what I'm saying? She found out she was pregnant. And I was like, yeah, I'm not ready to be a father. And she was like, okay, I understand. I'm not trying to push fatherhood on you. But if you ever decided you want to be a father, I'm here. But she didn't want to abort the baby. Everybody thinking it's just like, it's a lot of different scenarios that I could get into, but I just give you, a few. So it wasn't just like all these women are just trying to force me to be a father. Some women just want kids. You know what I'm saying? And don't believe in abortion. I can understand that, but she hit me up the other day, and she said, "Yeah, I can kind of come defend you if I can, But
wow, look at that.
Trying to be like on camera or anything, because she is in a relationship right now.
Oh boy, Jesus!
How many of them
Christ.
are actively like searching for you? Would you say, or like trying to get child support off of you?
I have. That's the only one that I see in my DMs. I ain't get no emails or nothing like that, but my DMs is crazy. So that's probably the only one.
I'm sure they are.
I know one, the married woman, she not looking for me at all.
Of course not.
So I guess the other 5, shit, I ain't heard. I haven't seen nothing from
other 6. He's already losing count.
or heard nothing from him. So
I just meant like, are any of like, I know you mentioned they don't know your full name, so they can't get child support from you, but I just meant, are any of them trying to get it, like, actively, like, trying to find you, showing up? Have you ever had them show up at your work, like, somewhere that they knew you would be, anything like that?
Nah, impossible.
What do you mean impossible?
It's impossible. I make good money, though. It's impossible. I don't do nothing illegal, but I make good money.
That's it. That's it. Y'all, this is 100% on the woman. 100% on the woman. having unprotected sex could lead to pregnancy. If you're going to have unprotected sex with a man, at least get a look at this nigga's driver's license. At least get a look at this nigga's driver's license. Right? Like, dude, check a phone bill. Nope. These bitches just gave it. What's your name? T. Bet. That's on y'all. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
But it's impossible. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. And why do you...
Yeah, Mike Hawk says just the opposite. I'm more concerned with the risk of him contracting an STI. Dick policing was not my intention. No, I understand. And guess what? If he were to contract an STD, then guess what? That would be on him for running up in these girls raw.
I feel like it's more on the women than you.
100%.
Oh shit, they don't want to carry the babies. 9 months. I don't carry kids. I could be irresponsible.
There you go. You see, he is actually speaking the truth. He's actually speaking the truth. And I've said this for years. The reason why women are more selective about who they sleep with is because they have more at risk. If a woman becomes pregnant, her life shuts down for 9 months. 9 months. She's vulnerable. She's going through hormonal changes. Her body is changing. Her body is getting destroyed. She's growing another life. Then she's got another 18 years after that raising the kid. Dude, getting pregnant and having a kid, that's the easy part. It's what you do after you pop the little fucker out. That's what separates the mothers from the moms. But this is why men are not as selective when it comes to temporary mate selection. There's no risk for us. We blast our load in her, we move on. Life goes on. Not so much for women.
It's a difference between being ignorantly irresponsible.
Dre Raven says, wait. He says, by saying it's impossible, do we think he's an independent pharmaceutical consultant? No. He says what he does. He says, what I do is not illegal, but I do well. I'll take him at his word.
And consciously irresponsible. I could be irresponsible.